We are starting the server. Next we will open Neo4j browser. We will open Neo4j browser. Wait a second, that's not only Neo4j browser, that's what we need. And here we can find in favorites tab, we can find the common procedures and category, and let me think, there is a list functions. We can list all functions available in this database, and you can find our when we have defined this function, we told it should have a name export Graphviz in package my app, so we can find it here. My app export Graphviz. It takes nodes and relationships we want to visualize with Graphviz. Here is an example cipher which uses this function. Obviously I have a custom database, but you can adapt the cipher to your own database. We are finding shortest path between Nicholas I and Charles III, and we are getting all children of these people who are between these two guys, and we put in all parents and children into a single variable n, and then we are passing this n variable to our function, and also has child relationships to this function, and we output everything as Graphviz column. We execute it, and here you can see Graphviz have been printed. Probably if you will just, select everything and copy it to clipboard, and if you will find, let me think, Graphviz online, some function, let me think, I think it should, yes, it should be, yeah, it works, but it's not very cool because you have to manually select something from Neo4j browser, but how do you get raw string without all this GUI stuff? Here's how we can get a raw Graphviz string. We will do it with HTTP connector of Neo4j. We are copying our cipher into clipboard, and we are defining a cipher variable like that. Now our cipher variable contains our cipher, and you should check it contains only one string object. Now we should construct a JSON which we will be sending in post request to our database. You can do it with this line. We will be putting our JSON into variable body JSON, and here we are defining a map, and this map has a statements equals array of stuff, and in this array there is an only object which is this one, and it has a statement equals our cipher. Execute it, and if you will check out contents of body JSON variable, you can see this. It looks like this. Now we can send this body JSON with curl or invoke REST method PowerShell commandlets. With curl you can do it like that. We are sending post request with, we are specifying our content type as application JSON, and in our URL where we sending our request, you can see there is a login and password, username and password to our Neo4j database. And in -d arguments we are sending a body JSON variable, and we will, output of these commands we will place into variable outs, let's say. Yeah, this will be this should work. And now if we will check out variable, you can see there is a JSON, and encoding have been messed up. To fix encoding, here's what you can do. To fix encoding of curl, you should execute this command, it sets Java options variable, system variable, to the value of this string here. It should work, and also we should change an encoding of, well, you can see anything? Well, we should change an encoding of PowerShell itself, of console. Now if we will send our body JSON again in out variable, we hopefully will see working Unicode. Yeah, you can see now Unicode works as you wish. Now we have a JSON in out variable, but well, how do we get a raw Graphviz string? We should this out, this JSON, we should convert it to PowerShell objects with command let convert to JSON with depth equals 9, and for this object we should take property from results data row. This is for each person sign is, which it means for each. If we will, well, there is nothing here. Let me think. Why? What's wrong? Oh, I think I know what's wrong. It should be convert from JSON, of course, because yeah, that's much better. This produces a raw Graphviz string, and we can write it to some file like delme dot, I don't know. And if we will open this file, we can see it has nice Graphviz, which we can copy into some, again, online tool, and everything should be fine. Also, if you have Graphviz and ImageMagick installed in your PC, in your system, you can do, that's what you can do. Let me think. First, we are going to place our Graphviz into Graphviz variable instead of outputting it to a file, and also next we are going to pipe this Graphviz variable into dot utility, and we will override graph arguments to rank from left to right. Right now it's from up to down, and we will be outputting PNG, and we are not specifying a file here. We are piping all binary PNG into ImageMagick, and in ImageMagick we are specifying, we are taking standards in, and we are outputting it into a window, and hopefully it will wait a second, I don't have ImageMagick. It should be somewhere, yeah, I will add it to path, and now hopefully it will work. Well, maybe not from the first time, I don't know why, but sometimes it takes, it can do it from the first try. And as you can see now, our graph is not from up to down, but from left to right, and this way it is much more readable. Or we can write it to a file with type PNG. We will remove magicx, and we will type let's output it into PDF, and we add argument dash uppercase O. This will tell dot it should choose a file name by itself, and in our directory now there is a noname.gv.pdf file which we can open, and it will contain our beautiful graph. Now let's check out our export Graphviz function with standard graph. I will remove everything, match and detach, delete, and I will push my database, and I will fill it with example graph, movie graph. Okay, and it's done. Now there are movie and person. What is this? Okay, that's okay. Now let's query for something else. We want all directed relationships, and we don't need paths. We want relationships and person and movie, and we don't need limits. What does it return? Well, graph. Okay. We want to put all nodes we want to visualize into a single variable. We will do it with unwinds, a list of P and M, S, well, N, and we want to return myapp.export graphviz, and we are passing N and R. Okay, nice. It gives us a Graphviz, and we want this Graphviz to be drawn. Once we are sure this cipher works, we can copy it to clipboard, and we can try to actually draw it. Like, let me think. How actually? Now we will combine all commands we have used. It were these commands. We get cipher into cipher variable from a clipboard. We must ensure we have a cipher in clipboard. Then we are constructing body JSON from this cipher. Next we are sending this body JSON with curl, and curl puts our response JSON into out variable, and from this out variable we are getting raw Graphviz into Graphviz variable. We are executing this stuff, and now hopefully in Graphviz variable we have something. Well, yeah, we have these directed relationships and person nodes and movie nodes, and now we can render it with, I don't know, dots, or why not start non-MGV PDF, and here we can see a graph of our people, and well, that's a long tagline. Well, I suppose it works. It's not as beautiful as it could have been expected, but I think it's pretty useful.